Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death.
I did 17 years, homie. Real tears on these words, homie. Hitting stay baloney, push-ups and hella top rhyming, hella notebooks with all my rhymes. It's like a map up from where I started. Ciphering, trying to be the hardest on the yard. Some of the hardest rappers got a never date. We'll never hug their mama, we'll never see they say. I feel blessed, so I rock with my loved ones. I left behind good count times and cold lunch. Yeah, mama, I'm on one. I'm free, ain't no words of expressions. See my smile, that's real, no fake shit. You would too if you seen that the moves was basic. Game made, heartbreak kid. Living in reality, man 30 with some kid shit. Damn, they like 50 in they clip or better. Boy.
Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death.
Let's beat life cause I can't cheat death. Yeah, that's my favorite part of that song. Damn. What? It ain't showing the face. Hold on. Nope, it ain't showing the face. Oh well. Oh well.
Some more green.
Hold on, we messing with something.
Why is that green?
I know, huh? Let's see. Fade. Oh. Hold on. I almost had it. Oh.
Damn.
Oh. Hold on. Oh. Right there. Perfect. Kind of. That's all right. That's just a dreadlock roster in the background. All right, let me plug in. All right, we good to go. What's up, my peoples, man? Wolf Walker, Stoner Chick, Chris Abbott and Things, Jay Daisy. What's up with Schmack and Droops and Things? Hey, this motherfucker grinder don't work for this sticky ass weed. It sticks the grinder shut. I got some questions today. But I'm going to keep it elementary. I need to know the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Can somebody help me out? Somebody help me out with the difference. I'm confused. I know one is about the ones that died, that sacrificed, and maybe one is about the people that still here or something. I just realized that both holidays people be like, oh, my uncle's cousin is in the military or something like that. But for both holidays, so I'm kind of trying to figure this shit out without using Google. I want to use the 30 National. Heading to Donner Lake in Truckee. Yes, I've been there. What you want to know about it? This weed broke down very good off the grinder. Veterans are dead or alive. Memorial Day is usually passed away. So today is like the veterans that's still here. This is when they get their kudos. Got it. Memorial Day is for the servicemen and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice. What I'm fishing for there. I think Donner Lake got everything. Donner Lake got everything. Which he's definitely gonna be fishing for some gigantic trout. And super humongous crappies. It's gonna be hella cold up there. I know it's cold right now. It might even be snow on the ground. I know you is, Jeff. Better be. All right. Tiny Faye, where you at? Tiny Faye, where you at? As in the words of Roscoe, get over here. Get over here. Gonna ask Nate that square ass question. Is it true the video with Dirty Weather and Nick and Nate? Is that video true in Silverback? Motherfucker. That's why I was like, ask me. Ask me. I wasn't going live. I ain't gonna lie. I was enjoying my morning. Motherfucker gonna ask Nate that question. Motherfucker. Like I ain't forgot that motherfucker was somebody I had to block before. Had to block Tiny Faye before. I got time today though. What up? What up? What up, Broadway? Doing good, man. Doing good. Motherfucker gonna ask Nate, is that video the same? Man, hell no. Ask me. Ask me. Anyhow, man. I need to hear from my peoples, man. I don't even want to talk hella much. I want to talk with my peoples and things. Debo! I'm surprised you and the executioner. I'm surprised y'all ain't linked up on the same live. Like I'm surprised y'all ain't both ain't boop boop. Y'all be like hey Debo, you and Broadway would be an ultimate tag team wrestling team. What would y'all be called? The Light Skinners. The Light Skinners. They about to say something. The Light Skinners. What's wrong with the Light Skinners? Okay, can't hear you. Oh, still can't hear. Hey.
What's up?
All right, so I can hear you. X, you muted. Nope.
Nope. Got to read deep, man.
Oh, Omaha, Nebraska, fucking with you, blood. On the bay. See, he know. Hey, he know. Boop, pop out, pop back in.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going on, man? Hey. You got any veterans in your family?
Yeah. Everybody. My dad, all my uncles, my grandpa, great grandpa, all of them, man.
What's the farthest war back you remember that they tell stories about? Because I know you got a story, or they got this one story that they always tell when they gather around the campfire.
I mean, like, I got family tree stuff way back, like Civil War shit, because they were from West Virginia, you know. So that was like right in the middle of Civil War. But the stuff I always heard about was just like my dad's stories. You know, he was in World War II, which is pretty old. And one story, like they'd already bombed Japan, you know, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So they sent a lot of troops over there afterwards to kind of clean up the mess, you know, of like, you know, what are we going to do with all these people? We won the war, but we got to kind of hold down the city and all this. So a lot of troops were sent there, and he was sent there. So he's in one city, like, you know, the boat pulls up and all the guys get off and they have their fun and shit. And he got robbed and someone took his wallet and shit. And he's like, oh, man, there goes my, you know, my ID card and all that shit, you know, but whatever.
He got robbed at gunpoint or pickpocket?
Not like a pickpocket, you know. So he goes back on ship and they go to the next city and they're fucking around out there. And he said somehow he found his wallet in that city, the next city over or something. Like,
wow.
I don't remember how he found it, but he got his wallet back with his ID and shit. And he was just like, what the fuck, you know? But yeah,
minus the money, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure. But he never lied, man. He was like one of those guys. So it was just like a simple story. But if you want to hear a crazy one, he told a story about he was sent out like in World War II. I guess there was a squadron of planes that kind of went down in the Bermuda Triangle, right? And they got lost and shit. So they sent out, you know, several boats around there. And like, so he was out there in that area and they were looking for him and stuff. And he got called to like, I guess a ship crashed or something, or got blown up nearby or something. And they went out to like rescue him or whatever. And the dudes were out there, you know, floating in the water for like many hours, you know what I mean? Like on the little circles, you know, they were like floating in the water or like on little pads and shit. And, you know, they started picking them out of the water, but they didn't have any bottoms, you know what I mean? Because the sharks had been eating on the bottom. So,
no.
Yeah. It was like, you know, just the tops of the guys were laying there, you know, on top of the fucking wood or whatever.
Oh, no, man. And they be saying the odds of you getting bit by a shark is very high. Like, I mean, very low. The chances but yet every time you look at the news, you hear about somebody getting bit by a shark.
Shit, not in those tropical waters, man. Like that was down there in Florida waters, you know. That shit's like a feeding zone, right? Especially out Bermuda Triangle or wherever the hell they were floating around at.
Great whites ain't the only man eaters in there.
Yeah. There's like, you know, and if you're in there for a lot of hours, you can't kick away everything. You know, it's like you're just attracting more attention and stuff. So
do you think they got fish man eaters?
Man, I mean sharks. I think there's certain sharks that they know what's up, you know.
Ain't no fish that eat humans.
Shit, I think groupers are pretty big, but I don't know.
That's the first thing I think about when I seen where they pulled a grouper up on the side of the boat, and the grouper was bigger than the boat.
Yeah, they get huge, and some catfish. I heard, you know, they're big as Volkswagens and all this shit. That's the stories I hear. You know, they pull them up in certain rivers and shit, but I don't know, man. You know,
hey. It seems like we always missed them. I mean, we always got that one, like, what's the odds story? What's the odds of that?
Yeah, yeah.
So when I was younger, right, I was in Reno. They had this casino called the Clarion back in the days. Now it's the Atlantis. But back in the days, it was a Clarion, and one of the things that they featured was that a glass elevator on the side of the building, so you could watch it. You could watch the elevator going up and down, right? So they got that basketball game. The basketball game come out.
Real fast.
I'm with my white partners because I lived in the mountains at this time, and so I'm black, so I'm supposed to have skills, right? I'm supposed to have skills. So I line up there was a group, it was an Asian and some white dudes and some Mexicans, but they was like a breakdance crew. And dude was like, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Sac." He was like, "Me too." I'm like, I'm used to hearing people all say they from Sac when in faraway places, but not necessarily like they is from Sac like I am. So anyhow, me and this white dude square up. He like 4 years younger than me. I'm busting too. We betting $20. Like it was literally like all the gas money we had to get back home. I put it on the line, right? Man, this little white dude he whooped me by like 10 points. By like 10 points, right? But the crazy thing is that was like 12 at night. 12 at night. So we went back home to the mountains because I had a 20 tucked. So we went back home to the mountains, and we were driving to Sacramento the next morning, like 12 o'clock at night, get there, go to sleep for a few hours, wake up, we on the road, right? I could have stopped at my mom could have stopped at any McDonald's in Sacramento, any McDonald's, but she stopped at the one by Discovery Park in Sac. What when we was ordering our breakfast, that same Asian dude from Reno with his partner that got me for my money, I think they set me up. They did me a white man can't jump on me. But anyhow, the same Asian was all the way in Sacramento the very next morning, though. So he had to hit the road the same time, literally, I hit the road. What was the odds of that? And I didn't believe he was from Sacramento, and he didn't believe I was from Sacramento. So as he came in, Smack said piranhas. I could find it was a swarm of feeding frenzy on sailors.
Yeah.
But what other man-eating sharks are there, though? I'm talking about that's going to eat and keep coming back and keep eating.
Could have been like tiger sharks. I mean, it could have even been baby sharks. But once they get a little bit, and that, like you said, the blood starts pouring, it's just like a swarm, and they'll just start coming in. And, you got like 700 sailors out there floating in the water. It's pretty fucked up, Shoot.
I remember that World War II movie too. I don't know the name of it. Due Day something, but it showed what they went through in that water when they was floating in that water.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them made it though, didn't they?
Yeah, not all of them died, but a lot of them were messed up. But why is the dad going to be telling his son that story and shit? I was like probably 10 years old, 8 years old when he told me that story.
Because Jaws didn't do it for you, so he had to come with the other thing. He had to make Jaws stick.
Yeah, dad's stories, at least my dad's stories, were always the hardcore. Like, if you're driving down the road and a deer comes in front of you, or a person runs out in the road in front of you, not a deer, a person runs out in front of you, and it's you or that person, you got to run over that person. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn, like it's too early for that, Dad. I'm like 11. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he just so
yeah. But he's like,
what's up, Dirty?
What's going on?
What's up, Wolf?
What's up, executioner?
You got that thing fixed, huh?
Yeah, I had to fix it, man. The settings on my mic. Yeah.
You off the laptop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your mics are actually very clear.
Yeah. I had to fix it.
I could hear your stomach growling. You didn't eat this morning, did you?
No, I don't eat. I don't eat this early. Too early for me.
What's
Hey, that tag team, that shit's weak, my nigga.
The light skinners? That's the light
Yeah.
skinned version of the Islanders.
Nah, nah.
Ah, man. Hey, so what's Veterans Day to you, man? What's Veterans Day to you?
Shit, man. I mean, wasn't for the vets, man. I mean, shit, they helped us for our freedom, supposed freedom. I mean, wasn't for them, shit, man, it wouldn't be America. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real.
You got veterans in your family?
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody has some type of veteran in their family, a cousin, an uncle.
So you
Dad.
So you never heard a real war story?
I've heard of them coming up. My grandfather and some of my great uncles and shit that's been in World War II. Yeah, but I don't even want to get involved in that, man. I mean, that's just me. I don't want to talk about what they went through. It's a lot of shit, man. I don't want to get into that part, but wasn't for the veterans though. A lot of the veterans should have their benefits. There's a lot of veterans that don't have benefits. They come out and some of them are fucked up, mentally. This is a mental thing. So, a lot of them ain't right when they come out. They go in mental, they're strong, and but when they come out back into the society, they can't adapt because their mind is so. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just saying a few vets, their mind is like gone. I mean, you look at some people who've been in Vietnam. Some of them weren't right. Some of them ain't right when they come out.
I think the Marines is the most fucked up in the head.
Oh yeah.
I think because they pushed them to such unnatural positions that they like something that's bent out of shape that could never go back normal.
Yeah, you're right. They can't adapt. Some of them can't adapt. You're right. You're absolutely right on that.
But you know something though, it's there's a correlation with prison and vets, like people that did stints in war and people that went to prison for long periods of time. There's correlations.
Yeah.
I think PTSD and those two are like the top two.
Yep.
Stizzy. Marines have more pride than any other branch and the bragging rights to prove it. I think so. I know they talk shit about the Air Force because they ain't getting on the ground like everybody else. I don't know what they said about the Navy.
They call them squids.
And
fucking squids. Because the Navy has to bring the Marines to the fight. You know what I mean? Like Marines don't have ships, but the Marines have the soldiers. So they got to rely on the Navy in certain ways, but they hate them and call them squids and look down on them and shit.
So what about the Army? The Army, they work with the Air Force, right?
Yeah, the Army's I think the Marines are the most hardcore for sure. And if you're a Marine recon, that's like the Green Berets of the Marines and shit.
Well, I thought Navy SEALs was the badasses of everything.
They are, but Marine recon, they're fucking hard. Like Dead Presidents, you remember that? When he went over there and running with the shotgun and all that shit? That was Marine recon and shit. So that's the same thing. It's like they're the specialized unit, and you might have old fucking Leron or whatever his name was sticking the head in the bag and shit. That might be normal stuff or whatever, So I just know they're fucking hardcore, man. My friend went in the Marines, and I know they taught him some crazy shit, and it's hardcore.
I have an idea. Sorry, man. Hold on a second. I have an idea. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump 2, and it was never made. So I would love to read that book and record myself reading it, and I could call it Forrest Gump 2 because a lot of people don't even know that Forrest Gump 2 exists.
Are you on pause?
No,
Why
but
frozen?
I'm frozen.
I'm looking right at you. Look. Oh, not here.
All right, I'm back. All right, so the number one war movie for you, Will?
Shoot. Right now, like it's changed over time, but I think right now We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson, because that shit. I read the book, and the movie is like the same exact as the book. Like it was exactly like it, you know. So when you see that movie, you're seeing how it was, you know, and it's like really historic and really true, and it's fucking hardcore. So I think that one for sure.
I like Hamburger Hill.
Yeah, Hamburger Hill's old school, but it was badass.
Platoon, and Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Those are the ultimate.
Yeah, those are classics too. So,
Yeah.
and I'm really only speaking on the classics.
And Glory.
Yeah,
Oh
Glory
yeah.
for sure.
You can't make a number 1, 2, 3, or a top 10. There's too many. But
Yeah.
I gotta throw Independence Day in there.
Will Smith, Independence Day.
No, I really did that, huh? I flubbered.
Yep.
No, what's the one? The one where the Hawaii, Pearl Harbor.
Oh shit! All right.
I said Independence Day. I got the same feeling. From both movies. I did.
I know. Will Smith, he saved the world just like a war, I guess. You know, shit.
Will Smith did save it. Crazy Willie did.
Yeah, he did. He's
hey, Crazy Willie is a hero. He drove his shit right up the butt.
man. Nah, we watched that movie on 4th of July, Independence Day, and it really has nothing to do with 4th of July, but that's just like a thing we do, you know.
I think that's when it came out. Didn't it come out on 4th of July umpteen years ago?
Probably. I don't know. That movie is badass, though.
G.I. Joe on the Spectre.
Pintor, yeah. Yeah, Apocalypse Now, shit, that was hardcore. He's like, hang on, man, I'm gonna go take a leak over here in the woods. And the fucking tiger almost grabbed him.
Is Forrest Gump considered a war movie?
Oh, never mind.
I'd say so, a little bit, you know, because it's like, you know, Lieutenant Dan or whatever, his friend, like he was with him from the war all the way through, and all the shit he went through from the military kind of made him into that person he was, you know, I guess.
Well, that's my favorite war movie because Forrest Gump is my favorite movie. Hey, Nick,
What's up, man?
What does Veterans Day mean to you?
Not a fucking thing.
You got nobody in the military in your family?
My uncle was an admiral in the Navy. My grandfather was also in the Navy. He told me there's no place for a black man
In the Navy?
in the armed services. My grandfather told me never to join.
I had a problem with people telling me what to do, so I knew at an early age it wasn't for me.
Well, you know, when you got two of your family members that were in the military, you got to understand, bro. You know how much They don't just make you an admiral overnight, bro. You feel me? Like my uncle was in the military for 20 some years. You know how it ended?
Yeah.
He killed himself when I was in prison.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
It means a lot to me, brother. I don't know about. My grandfather was on a Navy ship, got sank 2 times, had to swim in the Pacific with Japanese people shooting at him from the airplanes, bro. Realest cat I know. Taught me everything I needed to know. What the fuck?
Could you have been in the military?
No, hell no. No,
Apologize, man. Apologize, man. I had a phone call. What's up, Nick? What's up, Tim? What's up, Wolf?
What's up? The first time I ever seen a video of basic training, I knew I couldn't make it.
My motherfucking rib head dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty, you remember when that boy came up to him and started poking him with his hat, calling them bitches and shit? I would have been failed. I would have been in Leavenworth.
That's the thing. That's why they with the military they try to catch you young. They try to catch you young before you get that full rebellion in you.
But rest in peace, Colin Powell, because he was the black leader of our military in this nation that just passed away.
Why did I see the funeral and I was like, Colin Powell passed? I had no idea.
I seen you say that. Hey, have you ever listen? Forrest Gump was a good movie, but you ever read the book while you was locked up? It was one of my favorite books I read in prison.
I was talking. You gonna take my idea? Ain't that some shit? Nah.
It's totally different than the movie.
Yeah, I'm talking about part 2 though. Part 2 is epic, and they never made it. That's like an Inception. That's like an Inception 2.
Is there part 2 book?
Shout out my cousin Jessica, man. Happy Veterans Day, man.
Salute to your cousin. Hey, in the actual Forrest Gump book, he didn't own any shrimp boats, dog. He was walking through the jungle with his gun, and he seen a little Vietnamese guy growing shrimp in a pond. And he told Bubba, man, that's a good idea. And when they got home, he started shrimp farms. He didn't have a boat. He was actually growing them.
Is that the book? Hey, that's the book, huh?
No, in the book, but part 2, Bubba Gump had it. Right? That Bubba Gump and Forrest went into business together.
When is there part 2? There's a book, part 2?
There's a book,
yes,
though.
There's a book.
I never seen it. And in the book, Jenny was such a slut. It was unbelievable, dog. Jenny was doing the craziest dolphin shit in the book that she never
did.
Look
at the movie. She was still doing dolphin crazy shit. It just wasn't. They were just one showing her.
It was to the extreme.
When he got her back, she was kicking.
So the part 2 is him raising his son, raising Oliver.
Did they write part 2 after the movie, or was it before the movie?
There is no part 2 to Forrest Gump.
Oh, you gonna write it? Okay.
No, there's a book to part 2. There's no movie.
Was the book part 2 wrote after the movie, or was it wrote before the movie?
It was well after the movie.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like just a add on to the movie, probably, because I don't know. I'm gonna check it out.
Best book I ever read. Hey, Drew. So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
A lot. Hey, real shit. My cousin just reminded me that I ain't never missed a Veterans Day for her. Only time was when I was in jail.
I got a cousin that's actually
I remember one time
general.
I was in elementary school, right? My dad was in prison. My mom was in prison. And so, you know what I'm saying? All the bring your mom and dad to work day shit kind of was not there. You know what I'm saying? Fucking school day shit was not there. But you know who was there? My cousin Jessica on Veterans Day.
How long? Where did she serve?
Shit, nigga, she was in Iraq when it was cracking.
She was busting that thing.
She was she was strapped and shit, but she was more like the nurse that had to carry the bodies and shit off the field.
Oh, she is not normal.
Yeah,
hey,
so
bro,
she said that there would be people like okay, look.
They'll be shooting at the nurses, Drew.
From the ground level, there'll be people to the top of my roof. Dead bodies stacked up that high.
Wow.
Not just one pile. I remember she used to tell me this when I was young. She's like, man, not just one pile. She's like, the people, multiple piles of people fucking as high as my house.
Waiting to get tagged?
Waiting to get tagged.
Oh, wow.
Crazy part was that was all the Iraqis, because we wasn't losing men like that. We was killing them like that, but we wasn't losing them like that.
Yeah, nah. She came to
We go pick up our enemies and tag
came
them.
to an elementary function for me one time and that shit meant because I didn't have both my parents at that time. So you know what I mean? Yeah. Then after that, Veterans Day, shit, I was like, I woke up this morning, like, oh shit, it's Veterans Day. Yeah, that was the first thing I did was call her.
Did she got forms of PTSD? Like has she
You know
wigged
what?
out? Has she wigged out on you before?
You know what? No, she ain't never had. She's always been the most quietest, sweetest person ever. Always.
I think I got a preconceived notion about women in the military because I look at like what if they like because you know where I was for most of my life, so I look like when they throw women COs in there, or what would happen if there was a woman in there. So if they with military, there is a woman in this jungle, a sea of men, and I can imagine the atrocities that they go through. That shit is crazy. I feel like all women in the military damn near get tried at one time or another.
I'll tell you what, hey, one thing that lady ain't, right? That lady ain't slipping. I'll tell you that. Shit. Try to rob that lady as you want to, you can get blown the fuck away. Tell you that much. Oh, I can't hear him. I can't hear you, Nick.
The military has a very high sexual assault rate.
That too.
I could have, man.
And that was kind of some dude in the military. Strange to me. I'm like, you guys are really got the balls to go rape some woman while you're wearing a uniform that's wearing a uniform? That kind of blows
American
me away,
women
guys.
at that. Hey,
do your research.
You're American women at that.
And some of them they killing to cover it up.
Some of them, a lot of them, they're probably killed. Some of them probably don't even know about because their family can't even really fucking push the issue like some other people's, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy who got arrested after 32 years for raping and killing some woman in the Navy. They had his DNA, and they just popped him off after 32 years, bro. What's up, man? But the one positive thing, you guys, I can say about the military is they'll probably take care of you better than joining a gang.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
But you know how many people talking about they got slipped they got hit with a bait and switch at this point in their life, like they thought they had something to fall back on, and they pulled the rug from under their ass when they got back. You ain't never heard of them stories?
Yeah, I've heard of people not being taken care of on their medical and injuries and like disabilities and sight problems and things of that nature. So yeah, I have heard of that some people do get thrown under the bus.
Hey Nate, so tell me, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Mike's muted.
To me, Veterans Day means that a whole lot of people sacrifice their life and put their life in danger to make sure that we can walk around and do what the fuck we want to do. And
this nigga been waiting to say that.
I'm talking about the soldiers. I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about the soldiers who sacrifice their life and put their life in danger so that we can do what the fuck we want to do. Sell dope, go to prison, have jobs, do whatever the fuck we want to do, period.
Let your lady dress however she wants.
Whatever. For anybody to do whatever they want to, for freedom. For freedom to do whatever the fuck we want to do. That's what Veteran Day is to me. And I salute everybody who voluntarily put their life in danger or lost their life.
Say that one more time, Nate.
Voluntarily.
Hey, Nate, dog. Good morning, brother. But listen, some of the people I love got drafted in that draft, and they went and got it on exactly like the ones that volunteered.
Them too.
Them too. They ain't excluded.
Them too. They're not excluded. They're not excluded, but I'm talking about, he asked me what it meant to me, but much respect to them too. They are the same group. They are the same group. Even the people
they all joined in sacrifice.
Right.
Back in that draft, there was a whole bunch of them that ran and took off to Canada, Mexico, or joined. They went to college just to avoid the draft. Never
exactly. Here's the thing: is even the people who got drafted voluntarily reported for their draft ticket.
Yeah, you know what?
How many people draft dodged? How many people draft dodged?
A lot of them. A whole bunch of them. Donald Trump.
Yeah. How many people actually went and committed crimes so they could be ineligible for the draft?
Bunch of them. Man, my daddy, listen, he tells the story all the time, man. Grandma told me he literally went to downtown Houston and tried to sign up to go to Vietnam War, and they told him no because he had scoliosis. He didn't even know he had scoliosis, though. They literally diagnosed him with a crooked back at the Army place, dog. He said, I've never known my entire life shouldn't be a problem. They say, no, sir, you can't come. And he was devastated. Like, that ruined my daddy not being able to go to the Vietnam War. He wanted to go.
Hey,
you know
I ain't even gonna cap. I caught a case 2 weeks after my 18th birthday, right? If I wouldn't have caught a case, I guarantee you I would have enlisted.
It would have been a good thing.
You look like a fucking jarhead.
No. I would have been
enlisted in what? What was you gonna go to?
You wouldn't have went. You wouldn't have went to the fucking.
I would have been Army, bruh. I would have been Army, bruh.
Army be the first one in, man.
If I was ever gonna go to the Army, I wanted to go to the Marines.
If you were going to the military, you'd want to go to the Marines.
Same shit.
Yeah, no, it's not. You can't say if I was gonna go to the Army, I would have went to the Marines. It's not the same shit.
If I was gonna be a blood, I would have been a Crip.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But I understand what you're saying.
You know, I'm educating on some other shit.
No, I knew what you meant though. I was just making sure you understand the actual. And the reason that there's an actual reason why I would have went Army over all else. My family, the males in my family on my white side is like 5 generations of Army served in the Army.
Oh, that's badass. You know what I was fixing to say? I couldn't say it because I wasn't in yet, but they got the Army Rangers, the Green Berets, and they'll hang with any damn Marine, dog. I promise you, and probably might whoop them hand to hand. How about that? They have contests all the time. They'll fight. Be the Army Rangers, Green Berets, Navy SEALs,
they be really like
Marines. You know what I'm saying? They got elite forces from every branch. It ain't just them.
But do they all train in the water acrobats that the Navy SEALs do though?
Goddamn right. They train to know everything, dog. If you're elite force, yeah, hell yes. And the most decorated man ever in Vietnam, I believe, was Colonel Bo Greitz, and he was a Army Green Beret. He did the most shit.
Is there like a centralized system that they all use, like in the like when they decide you're gonna be the elite? Is there something that the Green Berets, the Rangers, the Navy SEALs all got in common?
Yeah, they all have best of the best. The first thing they all got to go to is they all got to go to SEER training.
Right, that's right.
So that would be that would be that centralized.
Yes, they all have
SEER training is Dirt.
No, educate me, please.
They drop you off in the desert with nothing but a toothpick, and you got to make it. And then they come and kidnap you, beat you down. They drown you. They torture you. They literally torture you. Volunteer to get tortured, bro. Yeah. And you got to make it through the torture.
Which one?
SEER training.
So you're guaranteed gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, man.
Well, it's search and evade.
It's search and evade, though. You cannot get caught, but you have to not get caught.
Right. If you not get caught, you're the baddest one ever because you're gonna have them experts catching you.
So you can make it through without getting caught though, and not getting in whooped.
I don't know. I can't even. Me personally, I can't lie and say I know the statistics on how many people ever didn't get caught, but I doubt that there's that many.
I don't think nobody ever got not caught, probably, because that's the whole point. They just want to see how long you can evade them, and then they catch you, but they literally torture you, man, like an enemy.
That's like volunteering to walk into a nightmare.
You know what the Navy SEALs
they already know where everything is.
Listen,
like where they're hiding. Oh, they're down there in the cave. Let's go.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Look, bro. They handcuffed. Look,
hey, 20 spots off that rock right there. That's where they at.
Bro. They handcuff and hog tie a Navy SEAL and throw him in a 15-foot deep pool while he's handcuffed and hog tied, and he's got to stay alive. Can't swim.
That's what I was saying. Do they put the Rangers and
do.
the Green Beret through that same thing?
Well, you know, they're made for land forces, so I don't know if they do the actual drowning test. They come in on helicopters and then shit like that, but they do the exact extreme things.
I don't know about you, Tim, but I think that's a definite difference right there.
No, because they got other things that they probably test on. You know what I'm saying? There's no, bro. I know what the movies say, but you can't just put one above the other. They all gonna go in at different times and different specialties. You know what I mean? But they're all the elite of the elite. They got the highest IQs. They got the best They pass the physicalities, and they're special, man. All of them. Green Beret. Look up Green Berets one day. You'll see. Be like, oh yeah.
To me, it sounds like they graduated to official insanism.
They don't drown you. They drown proof you.
Like they graduated to crazy.
And then look what they say. That The only thing you got to do to survive in that pool is not panic, because you'll start to float. If you panic, you sink.
Has anybody ever died?
All right,
They won't let you die.
okay, so
They do it for
They let you
24
damn
hours
near
straight,
die.
though. They stay in that pool for 24 hours straight like that, dog.
Man, I'm Googling that shit.
Do it.
It's Googleable.
Google Army Rangers and Green Berets and give them their props.
Ain't that what Silverback tried to say he was? He tried to say he was a Green Beret.
Hey, Nick, I ain't gonna lie. Silverback was a piece of shit for that.
Piece of shit. And he got away with it though, bro. I exposed him and nobody even really gave me no credit for it.
I didn't even know that. So I seen somebody. I seen a guy. Listen, I seen a man on the Stolen Valor channel do a video on Silverback with that trash ass shit, and then he didn't get no views, dog. That's how I found out about it. I almost gave on myself. That's one of the worst things you can do in the United States of America is Stolen Valor, dog. That's weak.
Yeah.
And that fool got away with it and his channel grew and everybody accepted that shit.
Saying you were that is kind of like coming on here and me telling Dirt I did more time than him in a level 4 in California, and I'm from Texas or something. It's just the coldest lie ever, and it disrespects a man that did do 17, 20 years, shit like that. It's just, bro. It's bad. I can't he should have been ended for that, man.
I know it, bro. I know. All right.
Hey, man, it says that they won't. It pretty much says that they won't let you. Oh, wait, one dead and 4 nearly drowned during Navy SEAL training in 2016.
They be killing people. The Army and the armed services sometimes accidentally kills people in training, you guys. It does happen. I don't know about that scenario, but there's like crashes and like shit that happens. People do die in training on accident. You know, it happens.
Yeah. People slip and fall and break.
Hey, a sailor's drowning during a Navy SEAL training exercise has been ruled a homicide. How does that happen?
All right, okay. Let me clear something up real quick because I just got a message from a formerly enlisted individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we were correct when we said that all special forces, after selected for special forces, you have to go to SEAL training. However, some individuals that are non-combat personnel elect to go to SEAL training as well. So all, like we said, all the special forces after selected, you do have to go through that. But some people who are not special forces go to that too. So I just want to make sure that that's put out there.
Hey, if they beg for that and ask for that, more respect to them, because that's some bad boys, man. They know what they're about to go through.
What he actually said was some non-support personnel attend the training as well.
I guess they just want to test themselves, huh?
Or maybe I don't know. Maybe they gonna go out there and they really just sitting in the Humvee working the computer. But what if you get caught too? You need to know that training,
bro.
Yeah, you got. There's a lot of people in the armed forces that never shoot nothing. There's a lot of technicians. There's like a lot of people that never see any funk, man.
There's a lot of guys in prison gangs that never stab nobody because they make all the money. You know what I'm saying? You got to be somebody that makes the money. You got to be somebody that organizes shit. You got to be other things too. You can't just say I'll be a shooter. You know what I mean? That don't work. Bunch of idiots with guns running around won't even know where to go. Somebody got to plan them. Somebody got to. I read that book about that dude who was the sniper that hit all them people over there in Afghanistan or Iraq or whatever. Y'all ever seen that book about that dude?
The movie?
No, the book. I don't know. The book was Chris something.
Yeah, they made a movie about him.
But you know the movies be leaving a lot of shit out. The actual book, this is the deal. He literally said he could have killed about 500 more people, but the rules of combat wouldn't let him. He said there was at least 500 more bodies he could have had.
Oh, you're talking about one of the most famous snipers from America.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a movie about it, right? Because another ex-military person is the one who ended up killing him.
What?
Yeah.
Out of fear or accident?
What happened?
The sniper guy was doing people favors. He would take the worst PTSD guys and go out there and shoot guns with them, cool with them and shit. And one of the guys heard the guns go and flipped out and killed him.
Sniper is the movie, Tim.
Yeah, you're right. I never seen it, but I read the book. Listen, in that book, dude, some of the shit that sniper guy had to go through. And I'll tell you 2 stories real quick, Dirt, that's super live that a lot of people don't know. First American sniper They were trying to snipe him back, dog. They had 10 to 20 snipers after his ass. He had to crawl through shit, make through things on his own with no assistance, and he was that bad he'd make it home. But the coldest sniper story that I've ever heard, Nate, check this out. I believe it was in Bosnia, dog. There was a guy. See, Bosnia was Bosnia-Herzegovina. It was two countries that split over there, dog. And there were two guys, and you got to look it up. I seen this on 60 Minutes back in the day. Two men that were Olympic shooters, okay? They were like marksmen in Europe over there. They actually won guns that were extremely rare from something they did. And there was a sniper killing civilians, just shooting them down from the buildings and shit. Nobody could catch them, so they brought in this other guy. And when he first heard the sniper's gun, he said, holy shit, that's my homeboy. I know that gun when I hear it. That's how cold they are. He recognized the sound of the gun. This man here laid in like his own shit and piss for weeks, dog, just not to move so he could wait on this guy's muzzle flash coming from somewhere. The guy would crawl around different buildings and shit, and he got him. He ended up sniping down his own homeboy for that shit, dog, but he recognized him right away just by the sound of the gun. Isn't that crazy? Let me see if I can look that up. I think it was Bosnia. There was a lot of wars.
How do I share the live?
Go out and go to YouTube.
I'm on YouTube on my phone.
Okay, and the share option.
Yeah.
The best way to do it, Nate. Listen, I can tell you the best way to do it because I've tried it and messes up. Share it. You start StreamYard on your computer, and then put share screen to the YouTube. Oh, you're just gonna share it to your community tab? Just hit the red button. Hit that red button.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Good shit. Yep.
And then say we're live. But you can also put it on your channel. But you got to do it on the laptop and then go on your phone out the room or something.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can. It was called Sniper Alley. It's where it was happening, I believe, Dirt in Bosnia. Let me see if I can see this shit.
So basically, this nigga was a legal serial killer.
Yeah, buddy. In war, anything's legal, kind of. Not really, but they'll do it.
You're not a killer, you're a soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, absolutely. Look at this. It says, Sniper Alley was the informal name primarily known for two streets and the main boulevard in Sarajevo, which during the Bosnian War was lined with sniper posts and became infamous as a dangerous place for civilians to be. The road connects the industrial part of the city, mountains, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was Sniper Alley. They were sniping the shit out of people, and they brought in a better sniper, and he started taking out the snipers, man.
Hey.
Debo, I like that comment. I can't tag it. Hey, Dirk, tag that comment on Debo just made.
Bam.
Yeah.
Hey, on everything. Hey, Nate. I could really see you in the military. What's fucked up is that we can't go from prison to military, but we can go. But motherfuckers in the military can go from military to prison and be double fucked up.
Right.
Man, I used to look at the veterans groups, you know, when they gather in the chow halls and shit. I used to look at them, and I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't relate to the pride that they had, they camaraderie. I couldn't relate to it because I knew at an early age that I wasn't the type. I wasn't military material. I knew at an early age.
I'm finna go pull up on my brother in a minute. I just came to pull up on the live in a minute. I'm going to do something with a veteran today.
That's what's up. Remember that movie where that dude was the sniper trying to kill the drug dudes and he kept sharpening his bullet? What movie was that?
Ooh, I ain't seen that one.
Or he's either sandpapering it or something. Yeah, they're in the jungle, dog. It's a bad movie, man. Damn, what is that movie? Awesome movie. You got to check it out, man.
I might not barbecue, but I might watch it. I think I'll watch a movie today.
Oh, I can say something else, y'all. Listen, y'all remember that old movie called The Dirty Dozen with Charles Bronson where they got them guys from the life sentence?
Yep.
Yeah, that was actually there was about 1,200 of those guys, and it was called the Devil's Brigade. And there was a guy from Lamarck right here that lived on the next street that was my daddy's big homie. I was like literally my dad's big homie. You could just tell in life. Anytime he spoke, my daddy would listen, so I would listen to him. But this guy, Dirt, he killed 2 soldiers in San Francisco in a bar one time with a beer bottle. They were jumping him. He popped the bottle and cut their ass up. And he was in Alcatraz, and then he went to Leavenworth. And then they pulled him out and told him, we have a mission that's impossible, but if you make it through this mission, you'll be free. He came back, dog, with one leg barely barely attached, limping. His entire chest was cut open, ribs cracked open, dog. His arm was mangled. Like, bro, he lost his right leg and his left arm.
I did the time.
You want to watch a movie, Dirt?
No, Dirt. He ended up having a beautiful wife, had kids, man. He had a good life later. You know, he was a small engine mechanic. He did things, man. He didn't want to spend life in federal prison at a USP back then.
Life. Like,
yeah, life without parole. All of them had life without parole.
Yeah, give me a gun. Give me a gun. Let's go.
Hey, Dirt, you want to watch a movie today, you said?
Yep.
Watch Red Tails.
Red Tails.
Never heard of that one. What's it about, Nate?
It's a movie about World War II when they had a whole elite unit of black pilots.
Okay.
And it's called the Red Tails. They were basically it was about some of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Hey, I watched that. I seen that.
I never seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Hey, the black nigga had a French girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
No, I never even heard of that movie. Is it old?
It's from 2012.
Hey, Nate, you got to remember that's a PG-13 movie that they approved in prison. Yeah, we used to get new movies. Like when the new movies came out, they show them in prison.
You know, that's where I saw it at.
We couldn't see no motherfucking rated R movies at all. So everything.
You see that comment? Should be able to enlist if you have been to prison. They should change that. If anyone is trying to fight for the country, they should be able to. We could use the help.
And they would be surprised how many people would enlist too.
It depends on why you went to prison, though. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some honorable.
Yeah. True shit. Because they was in Vietnam doing shit that they was doing unmentionables.
Let me tell you something that nobody knows, Dirt. Check this out. I don't know if even Nate knows. When we won World War II, we actually joined forces with Russia. That's how we defeated the Nazis. It was United States, Great Britain, and Great Britain was tapped out. And
that's because if United States didn't help, they was about to get Russia.
Nah, but let me finish. Check it out though. When we won, the Russian government gave their soldiers official permission to rape any woman, any female in Germany for 48 hours, dog. It didn't matter her age, nothing. And they literally had American guys taking part in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the black eye that we never talk about in history. But it was official. They had permission. They said, check this out. They raped so many women. Their abortion rate was so high, they didn't have enough doctors for it. And a whole lot of women just committed suicide over that shit, man. It was like one of the worst things of the war. And that was the part. What the Americans officially did, we made their women, because it was their women that started running their industries, doing their clothes, building their guns, because all the men had to fight. We literally took dead bodies with bulldozers, stacked them up, dog, and made a maze of stinking, rotten, dead bodies and made the women walk through it and look at everybody.
Do you remember the movie that exposed it on a bigger level? You remember the pivotal movie? No. Schindler's List.
Oh, man, I watched that one time when I was a kid at the movies and never seen it again. I got an uncle, bro. My grandma just passed. She was 88 years old. She passed earlier this year from COVID. Her sister married a guy that was a Jewish man from Poland, and he was in a concentration camp as a little kid, dog. He got poked in his eye with a stick, lost an eye over a piece of a rotten donut, bro. He said they would take the fucking food, throw it over the fence, and make them fight like dogs, and that's exactly what they do because they were starving. It was like their enjoyment to watch the Jewish people fight over rotten food, bro, and they kill each other over it. That's how hungry they were.
Wow.
Yeah, they were evil. And then, the thing about it too, what Hitler's whole goal was? They always say Jews and everything. He didn't like them, but his entire goal was, and he said it, he was taking them countries over, eliminating them people, trying to make farms for Germany, man. He wanted farmland and more goods.
Hitler was half Jewish.
I know it. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So one of the Aryan Brotherhood guys is half Jewish also.
One of the leaders was.
Yep.
T.D. Bingham, I think.
Yep, one of them guys, Tim. One of them guys, bro. Yep.
You know what that mean to me though?
What?
That mean that they got black in them.
Got what black in them?
Jews got black in them.
Fuck. I
I
mean,
don't know. I can't even comment on that. I don't really know too many Jewish people.
Well, when they wandered in the desert for how many years? What did it say they wandered in the desert for how many years?
40 years.
40 years. But where did they come from? They came from Africa, wandered in the desert, then found them a land, and they called themselves Jews.
well,
Have you ever seen how close Israel and all that is? It
They
touches
got
Africa.
they
It's all
got
the same
they
thing.
got dialects in their language that are African.
there's a whole movement about that. It's called Black Hebrew Israelites.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, there is.
There's like a whole. You know that, right, Dirk?
Yeah. I'm not speaking. I'm not
You know what I
making
see?
it up.
Listen, it popped up on my feed. I don't even know where it came from. I watched the whole show the other day. There's a black guy that went down to Mexico and started interviewing the black Mexicans that nobody knows even are alive.
I seen that.
Hey, almost the ones he were interviewing, all their heritage was from slaves that left America. Believe it or not, they like moved down there, but they also said they had their original black people that came that were slaves there too. You know what I'm saying? But they got old statues. Listen, they have statues of black people way before Columbus came.
I seen them. I seen them.
Yeah,
I seen them with the big nose, the big lips. I seen them.
Man, and they look exactly like the black people in Australia. That was the crazy part. The Aboriginal people in Australia are black as hell, dog. You know what I'm saying? And they look exactly like the ones in Mexico. Same statues. But then, listen, they had pictures on the wall of the black people and the white people or whatever they were, right, standing next to each other. Looked like they were drew on the same day, like they all lived there together.
Well, let me tell you this. That on that same interview, they asked the OG, like, do the Mexicans be tripping with you or anything like that? He was like, nah, they don't mess with me. I'm one of them.
Right. Yeah.
You would think being from California where they be tripping on it, especially in LA, but you cross the border and go to certain places and they ain't even you one of them.
Bro, black people and Mexicans here, there's no beef with blacks and Mexicans and even whites in Houston, dog. Everybody gets along here. Like that racial shit y'all got going in California, we do not understand that out here, man. Like the gangs are multiracial here, the neighborhoods are multiracial here. I got one neighbor here that's Mexican, one neighbor that's black, and I'm white, dog, and we all cool.
The top two opposing are always gonna go at it with each other. The top two in anything you do are always gonna go at it with each other.
It's just like, I know this seems like the South, and you think that East Texas is where our racist people are. They're bad.
Hold on. Let's go back though, Tim. The top two are gonna go at each other. So in your environment, what's the top two?
Hispanics are number one. Hispanics and whites are the top two, probably, and then blacks.
Man, Hispanics is running this shit in Texas. They running shit.
They're starting to take over the country, man. They're getting everywhere. But yeah, Texas is going to be majority of Hispanics.
They got all the jobs out there. They got all the labor, all the construction, all the man, everything lower level, damn near the middle. Hispanics got in Texas.
Hispanics own every construction company in Texas. They got the rich ones too. You know what I mean? Like it's not Texas is probably the real land of opportunity. We got black people with giant houses, Mexican people with giant houses, and white folks with them. Everybody can get their money down here, man.
Hey, with lakes in the backyard.
Oh man, hey, we got a whole little city out here where all these rich motherfuckers, everybody got a pond in their shit, go fishing in their own yard, man. Ain't that crazy?
Man, that's the life for me.
Lee G say he's seen a few white folks. You know, Houston got its areas where it's multicultural. Houston is a real multicultural place. Galveston. Listen, this is the thing people don't know, Dirt. Here goes some history. Back in the day when all the Europeans...
Hold on. I don't think you know multicultural. If you've been to Sacramento, then you would know multicultural.
My family is multicultural.
The balance in Texas is like this.
No, not everywhere, dog. Listen. Look what I'm finna tell you. When immigration was heavy coming from Europe, when the Italians were coming, the Germans and all that was coming, there was two places that they landed in the United States and had to be quarantined. One is Ellis Island, New York, and it's world famous. Ellis Island is where they came and made them stay and made sure the other one is Galveston. Damn. How about that? They landed here too, dog. Galveston is full of Italians, full of Middle Eastern people, white. Galveston is extremely multicultural. You know what I mean? That's why That's why coming out of Galveston being a white Crip and all this shit was not even a big deal for us because the homies know it's normal here. You know, you might see a Mexican Crip, white Crip, and a black Crip hanging on the block together, and everybody's serious. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. But East Texas,
the Midwest is like that too, Tim. Like our gangs are like mixed.
yeah.
No?
I know it. I was like, my celly was a GD, leader of the GDs in the feds, man. He literally said they have a bunch of white GDs that are hardcore, and they ride with them 100% in jail and out of jail.
Yeah.
And then they got Latin disciples, maniac Latin disciples, Spanish Cobras, man. They got all this shit, you know.
I've never heard that.
Ride with the Latin Kings. They're
the Spanish Cobras.
There's black Latin Kings also.
Spanish Cobras are some gangsters, dog. They're dangerous as hell.
What they like, the Mexican Mafia?
No, they just like the Bloods and Crips, but they're Spanish Cobras.
It's just a Chicago gang, you know.
They got a gang in Chicago. Everybody rocks pink, dog. Believe it or not, because their leader was a lady.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's like the only person I knew that wore pink openly was Cameron.
Bro, I believe Chicago is more gang related than Los Angeles nowadays. 2020, it's always been. You know what I'm saying? Their gangs are old. Their gangs run back to Bloods and Crips started in '69. Latin Kings and them started in the '50s. They hardcore, dog, and they're nationwide too.
I'm gonna tell you guys though, I think the California gangs have a little bit more loyalty. The Midwest is cutthroat, you guys. It's so bad, bro. Like your own gang will get you. It's so fucking bad. Like there's no loyalty. It's so fucking bad, y'all. Like
we got a hater in the comments.
They always come, man.
Hey, Wilson, Combat 9 and 10, 11. I ain't even gonna disrespect you on Veterans Day, but you can suck my dick tomorrow.
And honestly, you guys, I feel like we need a Veterans Day. I know we've been some fuck up criminals, but I feel like we kind of need our own little Veterans Day, bro.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that earlier. I feel like a fucking veteran, and can't nobody tell me nothing. I feel like I went through damn near the same shit that the veterans went through. I seen the same heinous, gory ass shit that they probably seen, except more with knives and up in your face shit.
Yeah, not fucking 1,000 feet away.
Right, that's easy. That's too easy. So I think that I have the attributes of a veteran. Maybe probably more the negative ones.
Some wars were different, but all of them got hand-to-hand combat. All of them got to march and sleep in the jungle. Well, you know, the Desert Storm and all that shit was a little more modern, but them guys in Vietnam were having to eat bugs and rats and roaches and shit to survive. I'm talking about Americans eating bugs, rats, and roaches to survive. Tunnel rats. You ever heard about the tunnel rats, bro? Them boys had so many tunnels in Vietnam, and it'd be an American's job to crawl through the fucking tunnel. Listen, an American would have to get a .45 pistol and crawl into the tunnel and face 100 Vietnam guys down there with rifles, dog. You know,
man, that's
shit like
crazy.
This. Prison ain't comparing to shit like that, dog. I hate to say it. I don't care.
Hey, that just gave me chills. So yeah, you right.
No,
but I'm just saying.
Listen, there was times where they had to shoot children that had bombs strapped to them, bro. Imagine having to shoot a little kid between his eyes and just keep moving and then don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
So when I speak of the traumatic, I'm talking about PTSD, because just like somebody did 20 years, somebody could do 1 year and it affect them traumatically the same way. So I'm just saying, like with war, with the correlation between war and prison, like it's about how it affected that person. And
brother, you know what I feel like the PTSD hit me, and it hits most people that don't understand. It's not the action. That shit's over with, and that's adrenaline. And if you make it through, that's kind of what's like a stripe on your shoulder that you always remember. The actual PTSD to me comes to inmates from the day to day not knowing what's gonna happen tomorrow. That's the fucking stress. Like, damn, man, it might pop off tomorrow or pop off later. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fear of the unknown, and everybody has that, dog. And also in prison, unless you got a certain out date, you don't know when you're going home. You don't know what's going to happen. The laws can do things to you. You can't defend yourself. See, that's the fucked up part about prison. What happens when the laws decide to kill you? Because it happens all the time in Texas. The police will kill you here, and you can't do shit about that. Imagine that. That's some fucked up.
Do you remember when the video started coming out in Florida about the police that was beating inmates to death?
Yeah. Hey, I have listen, bro, this is some crazy shit. I have video that I was asked not to release that would probably make me rich, dog. And I just can't do it because I gave my word. But a Texas prison not too long ago, literally, they killed a man in there and they leaked out the footage, dog. And I don't know what the hell's going on. They said they were trying to get that to CNN, but it hadn't went nowhere.
It was the police killing somebody.
What happened was, literally, listen, I'll be in there 1 second. Here I come. The guy, listen, okay, I'm coming. Go in there, girl. You tripping. She being bad. But listen, bro. All right, I'll get to that. I'm telling the story. Listen, 2 inmates was fighting, dog, and one of them was poked up. They was literally yelling, "Man down." Hold on a second. Go in there, man. Come on, man. It's not your TV show. Listen, they were yelling, "Man down." Maybe you shouldn't even be talking about it, but I don't give a shit because if they need to get some release in this, man, because that family, man, they went there yelling, "Man down," right? Yeah. They ran over and seen that the guy was on the ground bleeding, dying, bro, foaming at his mouth, leaking blood, and they just gassed him. They didn't come in with no stretcher, tell the man, get on his knees, handcuff him up, and take him. They gassed him, allowed him to sit there and bleed and breathe in the gas and shit. Brought him out on the run, handcuffed him, and then when he stood up, he clearly fell down dying. They stood him back up. They re-stood the man about 20 times while he was dying, dog, and the inmate was taking it with a cell phone, literally filming their ass, and they didn't realize. You understand that they wouldn't have been doing it. While the man was dying, they're yelling, "Hey, he's dying." And they're telling him, "Shut the fuck up." You know what I'm saying? And the inmate is over here recording, and they don't even know nothing's going on. So that's why I didn't release it, because the inmate will probably get in bad trouble, and they'll be able to tell what cell it came from and everything, dog. So I just don't want to do that to nobody. But check it out. It took about 30 minutes, 45 minutes for them to even get the man a stretcher. By the time they got the stretcher there, he had been re-stood about 20 times. Rank, it came. An assistant warden was standing there telling him, stand him back up. Like, literally let the man die, bro. Nobody was putting pressure on his wounds. Nobody was saving him. Nobody was doing shit. They let the man die. You know what I mean? Like, that, to me, that's a murder. When you clearly see a man dying, you gas him and then don't even get no help. That's called negligent homicide.
Yeah. I've seen police let people die. I've seen police try to save people's lives too, though. To
see it on this video after I've been out for a while and all this other shit, it's unbelievable. And if I release that video, there'll be some fired officers, and it's going to be a rich family, man. They need to hurry up and just let me release it, but I'm just not going to ever do it after I gave my word. But man, it's terrible.
Did you watch the documentary when they was in Salinas Valley?
Probably. What happened in it? I watched almost all of it.
It was talking about the war with the Southsiders and the whites in Salinas Valley, level 4.
I don't know.
That's the level 4 that I was at for 8 years. But it's a goon squad in that video named Henley. She was a big old white woman. But man, when that story, white boy named Killer, she was the one that was trying to save that white boy stabbed like he stabbed him by like 30-something times. Threw the knife over the wall, came back and started kicking it. Bing, bing, bing. The blood is literally just pouring out of you. But when the police finally got to the dude the white boy Killer stabbed, and that's his name is not Killer. I just gave him that name. The dude that the white boy Killer stabbed, that CEO Henley came, and it made me respect her as a human being. But she literally went in there, and when I seen him a year later in the hospital, he was alive. That's because that CEO Henley saved his life. They had. Man, that was So I'm not the person that says I hate all COs.
Oh no! I can tell you a story that just happened in Texas. That really just happened. A family contacted me because it was on. They know I'm real tight on the prison where I was at, though. I still talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, it's been a long time, but the same guys are still there. We're still cool. They'll still hit me and tell me things that happened. There was a man. Listen. A man in Texas, a white guy, he was ABT, bro. He literally just did about, I want to say, almost 20 years.
What does that stand for?
That's the Aaron brother of Texas, these guys down here. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they got to do all their time in the hole. Once they get confirmed, they're out of there. 23-1 lockdown. You know what I mean? So he literally just did about 20 years in the hole, right? He was coming home in a few months, dog. And they called his family and said he killed himself. And they did not believe it, man. They were like, there is no fucking way this man just did it. Okay. I hit up one of my friends. I say, bro, I know it's going to take a minute, but shoot a letter back to the hole for me and find out what happened. I need to know if these police killed this man or what happened. I want to know. Their family wants to know. You know, like literally, they're out here traumatized. And guess what the answer back was?
Huh.
Yeah, he did kill himself, man. He literally got his exit AIDS test and it was positive, and he smoked himself, bro. And then check it out. They said he hung himself from the bars, and one of the police officers actually injured themselves trying to save the man. Like, got hurt bad. They're trying to help him. They didn't just go pull his legs and kill him or do any crazy shit. They try to save the damn man themselves. So there's some good ones out there. You know what I mean?
Ain't no good police.
Man, that's some all right ones, man. Bullshit.
Nah, bullshit, young. I've seen some hero ass cops, dog. By the
Yeah.
way, you guys know I'm not just gonna say that shit. I've seen hero cops.
I'll be right back, man. She's being too bad.
I have hero cops.
Nigga, I ain't never met a good cop, nigga.
I have. I've had cops dump my sack out, rub it in the ground, and be like, "You're free to go, dog."
Wait, does that make him a good cop or that he don't want to do paperwork?
It don't matter. He did me a solid. It don't matter.
Okay, I'm just wondering, just checking the temperature.
Bro,
Checking the temperature.
allegations was a whole weed full of table, a whole table full of weed. I get pulled over, and another cop is pressing this issue, and they find my smoke sack, right? Another cop pulls up on the scene. He takes the sack from the cop. He dumps it on the ground in front of him, and he said, "I'm sorry that your friend got murdered, Nick."
Damn.
And he dumped the sack out and rubbed it in the ground, bro, because my boy got killed like a month earlier.
Damn.
Derek, where you at, bro? You not in the bakery?
I've had cops have me dead to right and not squeeze the trigger on me, young.
No, I'm just playing around. I just wanted to cause controversy when I came in.
I know. Young, he be starting shit, man. I like Young. I already know how you
sorry. I didn't even bring out so much passion.
Got him.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Hey, you guys want to see what George Floyd world looks like right now these days?
He has his own world?
Yeah. It's a 4-block. I'll walk it. Hold on, man.
I feel like I know. I feel like I've been there before. Like I know my way around that whole little world.
I'll show you guys.
What are some of the other stores there?
Hold on, man. I'll walk the block. Hold on.
They got that big ass George Floyd painting they put down here, and somebody when he crossed that bitch out not too long ago.
I think I heard about that, man. All right, so here, this is where you come in right here.
Hey, bro, not for nothing, but how many homies have we done had killed by the police and ain't none of them niggas martyrs?
No, I know.
Why is George Floyd a martyr? Because it was caught on camera?
Because it was just so savage, bro. Like,
but it was on camera, point blank, period, up close, personal. You got to see it. Everybody don't get to see this shit.
A lot of people really don't. They never really saw that firsthand. I've seen a lot of
Nick,
yeah.
Hey Nick, your other earphone, you gotta like put it in your ear because it make it like rough a little bit.
Okay. Like
what about the security? What about the security guard in Hawthorne who got killed and he was doing his job? He saw the police, got scared and ran, and they shot him on camera. Like there's so many different people who was killed on camera.
I feel you.
A lot of it got to do too with, like we said before, who George Floyd was down here in Houston. He was part of one of the largest rap groups in Texas, dog, and everybody knew him. You know what I mean?
Hey, but Tim Snow, here's the thing about that, bro. No disrespect to Houston or to that man, but nobody never knew that until you told us that. That wasn't in the mainstream media.
Nah, a lot of people though did know that. But it just like it wasn't in the mainstream. Fuck no, it wasn't in the mainstream.
Man, look. I thought I discovered a conspiracy theory when I seen him in a video. And YN.
If it wasn't for you telling us that, Tim Snow, and Crazy Nick putting us up on the stuff, we wouldn't know half the shit we know about George Floyd. Yep. Except for what the media portrayed.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. I watched the interview with George Floyd's brother. And I'm like, dog, he didn't even really know what was going on. They were getting major details wrong. You know?
You talking about him on Vlad? You talking about his brother on Vlad?
Yeah,
I didn't like
man.
that interview, bro.
I didn't like it either. It was scripted. It was scripted. They didn't listen. They didn't bring up the umbrella man,
bro. I thought the same fucking thing. That's crazy you said that. I said, is this shit scripted? This nigga sound like he's just reading something.
Bro, and then
I didn't even know he did one.
the sad thing was, you guys, is that nobody acknowledged that black people didn't start the riots. It was a St. Paul cop. It was actually a black man trying to stop the cop from breaking the windows.
Breaking the window. I saw that.
Yeah, man. You guys, that was a cop.
You talking about Umbrella Man?
Yes, that was a cop.
That was a cop.
Yeah, that was the first video I ever got a strike on.
Y'all know who George Soros is, right?
I've heard the name.
George Soros was the guy paying for all demonstrations and crazy shit in this country, political reasons, hiring people.
You talking about the billionaire white guy? You talking about the nigga who runs BLM?
Paying people to go start riots and shit, dog, just to cause trouble.
He was hiring crisis actors, right? They're called crisis actors.
He was doing a lot of dirty shit.
What did they find him on Craigslist?
I don't know, bro. Probably in the hood.
You'd be surprised at how many college students will do whatever you tell them to do for $500.
Damn. Right. This is exactly where he got killed by the cop. That's Cup Foods right there.
Damn.
And also, too, no disrespect to up there, but I don't know. I don't know how their race relations are up there. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all less racial up there, or what? Is it some big deal to kill? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like some places it's not a big deal to kill a black man. Some places it might be.
I think in Minnesota it might be a big deal.
It seems like it.
I mean,
because in Houston, I'm sure that happens every day. Just like in Sacramento, just like
Nick.
in LA.
Yeah.
Let me see your ears.
You know what? Listen. I tell you what the
worst
one was here. Listen, the lady from Chicago, she was an activist. She came down and tried to do that shit where I'm not rolling down my window. I don't want to talk to you. Why are you arresting me? All that, and they arrested her anyway and then hung her in the jail. Like,
yeah.
Country ass towns ain't playing that. Remember that?
Okay. What was her name? Sandy or something? Sandy?
Yeah. That was real. But see, that's what I say. We still do have a lot of little country ass towns that are super racist here, but the big cities are a lot better. You know what I mean?
Wasn't that by Houston where they shot the girl through the window?
I don't remember that.
It was either Houston or Dallas where they shot her through the window on accident or some shit.
Well, what about the black guy who got killed when the police told him to go get his ID?
The pastor,
he was going to get his ID at the gas station and smoked him.
What about the pastor that got killed by the white lady police and she got found innocent?
I can tell you the worst one, not the worst one, but one of the retardedest ones I've ever fucking heard of was the Dallas cop that walked in the wrong apartment and shot the guy in his own shit.
But he was banging her lights out.
I like this little mural here in the alley. I thought this was pretty dope right here.
The cold part was he was taking her down.
I really like this one right here though, you guys.
Who, the one that got shot?
I like this mural right here. This is dope. I'm trying to get up out of the screen so y'all.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Then we had another one that is badass. Get closer to that, Nick. Let's see it. There was another one where a man and woman were cops and they fought somebody in a bar and they both choked them out and killed. Yeah, that's nice right there. Man, it's crazy how talented people are.
Minneapolis, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you when this happened, everybody snapped. White people, black people, Jews, gay people, like everybody just went ham, you guys. It was everybody. It was like, it wasn't just one group. It was like the whole city was like, fuck this at the same time. You know? So the police can't even come in here from like a block that way.
Hey, listen, hold on, Nick. Somebody in the comments, look. Somebody in the comments said George Floyd was a drug addict.
I don't really think there's anywhere else like this in the world.
Well, that's what the media portrayed him as. They treated him as a drug addict porn star.
Brother, y'all smoke weed every day. They'll call y'all drug addicts too.
George Floyd world, they won't come.
But that's a true statement, Tim. That's a true statement. They would say that.
If y'all do something, y'all can be.
They said we smoking dope.
Yeah. But who hadn't had battles with drug issues growing up? Who hadn't tried things, bro? You got some roach ass people in the comments today. What's going on?
I don't know that. I don't know that guy. I don't know him.
Salute to the weirdos in the comments.
Dirk, I haven't lived in South Minneapolis since this happened. You know? but now I'm back in the hood and shit. But ever since this happened, I haven't lived in South Minneapolis, man. This is like.
He also said George Floyd volunteered to. Oh no, he's talking about Nick volunteered to snitch on a cop. Is that even snitching if you tell on a bad cop? I don't know. How do we leave? I don't know. That's crazy. No,
that's pretty tricky. Hey,
that's a hard question.
Tricky because the rule is you can't tell on nobody.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But no, here's the but. But what if the nigga trying to dupe you and you dupe him and he the police?
Fair exchange.
And also at the same time, why do so many people in the free world that are grown ass men still trying to live by this gangster code when nobody else does, and the whole feds are full of fucking rats, snitches, roaches, people that tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're
I can only speak for me when I say I like to look at myself in the mirror and know I'm righteous.
I do too, but guess what? I'm just saying, don't expect people to be righteous
Dirk, can you hear me?
Ever. Because everybody don't think like that.
You know what? But that's why I don't put those expectations on people that swear, bro. Now, if me and you get into an issue, bro, and we squabble at Walmart, nigga, you better walk away because I'm going to walk away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna tell you because I know you ain't going to tell.
Right.
I wouldn't squabble with no square that I think is going to call the police.
Right. I feel that. Me neither.
Are we all on silent mode or what?
Nah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know. Ain't nobody talking and shit. Normally we trying to talk over each other and shit.
He got his volume down, Dirk.
We've been talking.
He can't. He got something wrong with his
earplugs. Yeah, so that's
George
Floyd world as of today. You know.
Hey,
yes, sir.
You was over there trying to make sense of something, and I damn near got interested. You was looking at your hand, looking at the blunt, looking.
No, he was making sense all the way. Yeah, he was right. If you consider yourself a street person in the code and everything, you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to follow that code, but the real facts is people don't. And hey, listen, I seen something hilarious. Young, did you see this? There's this dude. There's this fucking white dude with a channel, man. I don't even want to say his name.
What's up, Young? What you been up to, bro?
But he did a video called Exposing Big Hurt. Y'all seen this shit? It's one of the hardest videos I've ever watched, man. I had to turn that shit off. It was so garbage.
I seen it. I seen it.
Yeah, I saw it.
The whole thing is he's supposed to be exposing Big Hurt because Big Hurt didn't like him ratting. And he's sitting there fucking making a million excuses on why it's okay to just be.
I was mad by the midpoint. I was mad, like, who is these motherfuckers and what platform and what world did they come from?
I kind of look at it like ain't no smutting up Big Hurt at this point.
No, the dude was making himself look so bad in that fucking video. I couldn't believe it, dog. But guess what? There's a whole world of rats out here that's his fans.
That motherfucker did a reaction to his own video.
Yeah.
Shit,
how you gonna do a reaction to your own video?
That nigga wanted a 2-for-1 special.
No, listen. He said,
I can only hear you. I can't hear anybody else. Why is that? I can only hear Dirt.
Take him out the studio, Dirt, and bring him back.
You gotta go out, Nick, and then come right back.
But listen, he said literally Hurt told him, yeah, I do know your whole story, man. Then when he got there and started talking about ratting, Hurt was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He didn't investigate the man right. And that was Hurt's fault. Like, you should have figured him out. But then, too, I'm looking at it like, damn, Big Hurt didn't want me to come on, ignored me, but let this clown be on his shit. That's his fault. Oh, well.
I think he'll let you on now.
Man, I hit him up about 2 months ago. He cold ass ignored me, dog. He read the message and ignored me.
The thing is, though, Tim Snow, you already out there. Your story is already out there.
But that's the thing. This is what I told him, though, because I ain't told but about 1% of my story. I ain't never talked about growing up. I ain't never talked about real nothing. I got about 1% of my story told on purpose because I'm letting my channel grow, and then I'll come back, tell more of my story. You know what I mean? I didn't give everything up. Not at all. This was a technique.
Have you been on Def's channel?
I ain't been on nobody's channel except Dirt's and OG Badger.
I thought you were on Death's channel once, Tim. I must have
no. Nope.
Hey, let's keep it real. OG Badger has the coldest story of all of y'all.
What?
What? Bro, that nigga went to jail for driving on a suspended license ticket, got 30 days and did 20 fucking years. What you talking about? That's the coldest story, nigga.
How did he? And I heard his story, but I never really heard it fully explained.
Okay.
Didn't it turn into a life sentence?
I can tell you
Yes.
real shortly if you want.
Yeah, that's the part. That's
listen,
the part.
Listen.
It turned
You know-
that
you know
30
why I
days
don't-
turned into a life
No,
sentence.
Nick,
You know
listen,
why I
listen,
don't
listen.
respect Badger? Because Badger he's admitted that he's done homosexual shit in prison.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
did.
hasn't, dog.
Yeah, he
Nah.
No,
did.
he has not.
Yeah, he did.
Nah,
You guys.
I don't agree with that one.
No,
man.
he hasn't.
Yeah,
But
he
I
said
didn't
it.
agree with that one.
He
No,
said
he
it.
hasn't.
I've
No, he
seen
hasn't.
every video that this dude put out,
No, he
and I've
hasn't.
never.
I know
heard that,
Badger
bro.
personally, dog. He has never said
He
no
don't
shit
got
like
no
that.
smut on his name, bro.
I got
Yes,
his.
he
I got
has.
his. I talk to him all the time.
This
No, he
was
didn't.
word out of his mouth.
No, he
Nah,
didn't.
bro, I never
Where?
heard that
When
one,
did he
bro.
do that? When and
Maybe-
where did he do that? No, he
Maybe
didn't.
sex playing because them white boys joke around like that,
No,
but he ain't
listen,
never
They
said
be
he
man,
was
hey,
a-
hold on. Let's be honest, young. Them white boys be with all that fuckery. Let's cut the
No,
shit.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
They
that.
be
but
with
I
them
just
white
said that they
boys.
be horseplay.
Look, I'm gonna
They
tell
be
you something.
grab ass niggas.
Hold on, Nick. I'm gonna tell you something. I remember I was in Solano, level 3, and the OG homie was really like the big homie of all the blacks on the yard because they all damn near ran through him. They all damn near ran through him. And one day he told me, he said, man, these white boys being here trading each other off and shit. I was like, hell nah, man, hell no. He said, just look around. And I looked around, they was slapping each other's ass and doing all type of shit, moving cells and going in and out. He was like, man, that's what they get. That's how they get down. Blacks don't get down like that. So if he said that he was, man, the chances are likely that he did.
Now,
I never heard it though, Dirt.
Yeah,
I've
say
watched
that shit,
every
though.
video, bro.
You guys,
and
listen.
I've never heard
I'm
that
going to
one.
tell you. I'm going to tell you. Listen. When it comes to, he explained, if a white boy doesn't pay his drug debt,
I wasn't on blood on the razor wire. Hold on, somebody lying in the fucking comments. I was
Listen,
not on
guys.
blood on the razor wire, and I'm the one helping blood on the razor wire even grow right now by sharing his out. People are fucking weird lying on me, and I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to fix that. Go ahead, Nick. My bad. Somebody lying in the comments.
So I was listening to I used to like Badger. I thought he was cool. Then he said that when a white boy comes in there and he runs up a drug debt and he can't pay it, he can't pay that drug debt, they take his butt and relocate his jaw.
Never.
No.
Not in the California
said it.
Department of Corrections,
That's
bro.
what Badger said.
They're gonna make that
They're just
nigga go
gonna
stab
stab him.
somebody, bro, or he's gonna get stabbed. Either
Yeah.
way.
You
That
guys
man
listen.
going to SNY is 9 times out of 10. What's going
I've
to
never
happen?
heard.
No,
I
you
never-
don't have to
said
go
it.
SNY if he a drug debt. He
I've
he
never
get
heard of
stabbed and
some-
still be good.
I've never
I'm
heard of
saying-
somebody getting their butt took.
I'm
because
saying,
of a
what I'm
drug
saying
debt.
is a short-term man. Why would
That's
he go
what
stab
Badger
somebody
said.
get that life for them when he can just go to SNY? It don't even make sense. Tell
Well,
him.
that's a personal choice. But if he's still trying to be with the bullshit and just made a mistake, that nigga's gonna clean himself up.
Here
He
go,
gonna
here,
go stab somebody and he gonna come back righteous.
here go a pivotal question though. What year did Badger get locked up?
In the 90s.
Exactly.
No, I want to say late 80s.
If he was any part of the 80s, he caught remnants of when they was doing shit like that. When-
I never
heard
heard
him
of
say
anyone
it.
getting their
I
teeth
heard
taken
him
unless
say
they
it,
were gay
bro.
for the stage. You know what I mean?
I
That
heard
nigga said,
Badger
bro, he
say
saw
Nah.
somebody that was a child molester. He goes, hey, man,
That-
that dude right there is a child molester.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hey,
So the
hey,
white
hey,
boy
hey,
handed
Big
him a
Bad.
knife
Hey,
and
Big
said, go
Bad.
handle that.
Hey, but
Yeah.
when's the first year? When the first year you hit prison?
95.
Okay, so we talking about the 80s though, and the 70s.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. I've
that
heard
was
of
a
it, but I've
whole.
never
That was
seen
a.
it. I'm saying.
That was a whole. Me and you
Yeah.
hit prison pretty much the same era.
But that's a whole different genre.
But that's that shit. If they any part of the 80s, they was a whole different mind frame.
Oh
Where
yeah,
raping-
I've heard
where
about it, but I gotta
raping-
be honest.
where
I've only heard
raping
about it with the white
was
race.
normal. Where raping was
Just to
normal.
make that clear, though, man. OG
Even-
Badger
even-
did not say
hey,
that shit,
hey,
dog.
but guess
He did
what?
not know
Guess
to
what?
make that.
Guess what,
Yeah, he
young?
did. I'm not
Guess
gonna
what,
lie
young?
on the guy.
Guess
That's
what,
why I
young?
stopped fucking
Yeah.
with him, bro. I heard
And
that shit. I was like, oh, you're
Hold
good.
on.
Screenshot that and make that your next video for us, Nick. We got to see him say it himself.
I gotta hear it.
You guys
I
are gonna
gotta
make
hear it.
me
I'm
go
agreeing
find
with
this
Tim
shit.
Stone on this one.
I gotta
Well-
go. Oh, you guys are killing me, man. Like
Well, you can't just throw stuff
You
out
can't just
there.
throw stuff
Yeah.
out there, Nick.
he said it
Nick been throwing shit out there since day one. Y'all ain't
in
told
a
him nothing yet.
video. In a video.
That's what Nick
He
does.
said
Y'all
it.
know that.
Oh, come on, Tim. Like, don't do that, man.
I'm just
Don't do
saying,
that,
come
bro.
on, let's be
Come on,
honest,
that-
dog.
Bro, that
It
shit
could
that
be,
They
happened.
threw some
it
shit
could
out
be,
there on
it could just be
YouTube.
a simple misquotation, or he just misunderstood what he
He
said.
misunderstood. That's all.
I just don't think that Badger ever would say that, because the only
Yeah.
reason why Badger doesn't do videos is because his big homies got at him, and he let it be known.
Nah, that ain't even true either, man. I talk to Badger all the time. Nobody got at him, dog. It's not that. Badger been sick as
No,
fuck.
he said that, but I
Man.
heard him say that on one of his videos on
Bro,
another thing,
you
and
guys,
he got a call from some people, and
he's
he was
gone
like, you
for
know
a
what, I'm
reason.
done
One
with
of
this, and then
listen.
he started getting health issues.
He's
One
gone
of
for a
Badger's
reason.
friends fucking literally overdosed in his house while they were doing the video, dog. And then he started getting really sick, bad health and everything. He even said he's coming back. Badger ain't done. Badger gonna be back, dog. His channel's still up. He's literally coming back when he feels like it. But he's got
Badger
Reno.
had some of the coldest stories in the beginning.
Badger
Bro.
has, and then this is what's crazy. That was the only big channel that let me come on, and I got it pretty much his biggest video. You know what I'm saying? Anything fucking with him mine is way older. Like, I gave Badger his best video. If y'all never seen it, go check it out.
Okay,
Badger wasn't fucking with me. I ain't fucking with Badger.
I thought
Badger
you was
what?
on Badger.
Badger wasn't fucking with me. I ain't fucking with him. Period.
You know how it goes. Shit.
No, see, Badger, when he talked, he was definitely pro-white.
lying or
He
ain't
was
lying. 'Cause
definitely pro-white,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You know,
He told me he'd kill me in
stood up for his
California.
race.
Bro, listen. He told me he'd kill me in California. I told him he wouldn't even be allowed to turn a TV channel in Texas, so we were even. And that's fact. No, I'm serious. I gave Badger PTSD. He was playing with his knife during our interview, dog, getting nervous and shit. And I was laughing at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, cut it
I
out.
never really paid attention to that guy's shit. I think I seen one video of his.
Hey, but the only thing I give him respect
Badger,
for
hey, all that
is
shit,
when I
shit,
first
he did it.
came in the game. When I first came, Badger and Big Hurt, the what's the Black Southsider?
Zod.
Badger, Zod, Big Hurt, and then of course the after prison show and all that shit, and Def. Them was the only ones that was there, and none of them was telling prison stories.
You know, I got a video from 2015.
No, that's not true, Dirt.
No, they were telling there was no such thing as prison genre. How about that?
There was no such thing as a prison genre. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And there was no people steady telling war stories. That shit
Badger,
crazy.
And what the fuck is that? What does that mean? You want to fucking pat on the back or?
Yeah, but he ended the video with, "I'm trying to preach the positivity. I'm trying to preach man, fuck that.
Positivity.
Fuck that.
Positivity. Yep.
Fuck that. You gonna tell me a gory story to tell me, yes, it's positive in my channel?
You know what? No, let me say something right here. That's why on my channel I've literally told losing stories about the hard times, shit when shit went wrong. I don't tell glory victory stories, dog. I do it on purpose like that. I don't sit here and just make myself look like no badass.
I told one story like that, and that was on Big Hurt, and that was on accident because Big Hurt made me feel comfortable and was like, "Yeah, man, just tell me the story like you tell it to the homies on the yard." I mean, shit. And I told it just like I was talking to the homie on the yard. Nah, but what they did is it came out genuine as fuck.
Right. You talking about where you stabbed old boy?
Yes. But I don't glorify it because that wasn't my brightest moment. But at the same time, that's what he wanted about of me. And I gave it to him. And I didn't even know about Big Hurt channel like that.
You know what I don't understand, Dirt?
I didn't know this motherfucker had hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Hey, Dirt, but I can't understand. I've seen both y'all videos. Why the hell don't Big Hurt got a link to y'all's video, y'all's channel in his video? Why don't y'all got a pinned comment on there, dog? That's so disrespectful that he don't do that. Have y'all asked him to do that? You could already be at 100,000 subscribers on y'all's million view video, dog, and I ain't never even seen him pin nobody's channel in the comments or nothing. Why does he do that? Y'all gave this man some hellified shit he made a lot of money off of, and he's supposed to give y'all a link.
Can I say this though? Other than what's going on right now, bro, Blood on the Razor Wire has to be the best show, the best new prison genre show, bro.
I talk to Chad all the time. I'm the one that keeps sharing this shit out to my 33,000, helping them grow because I like them. You know what I'm saying? And I know that federal prison system.
Coldest. He doing his shit on there. I give him his props, bro.
I talked to him last night, bro. All the time. I talk to him all the time. He's a legit white dude. He was a dirty white boy. He was in a gang called Dirty White Boys. There's a prison gang.
See, so it's not offensive.
Wait, what? See, he don't say that. He ain't never said that.
He said he allegedly was one, so don't you ain't gotta go take my word.
I got it.
They accused him of being one. How about that? I'll take that
Yeah,
back.
no, okay, yeah, I did hear that part. Yeah, you right.
But he also said he didn't run with the East Coast card. Nothing else. It's common sense tell you that. He's just not trying to promote that gang.
I gotta go make a head call. You ever heard? When the last time you heard that Juvenile Hall?
That's Juvenile Hall talk.
I gotta make a head call.
I'm a real Juvenile Hall baby, nigga.
Hey,
I did
Tim
3
and
years
Young.
in that motherfucker.
Hey, you guys, I'll show you guys what he said in the video. I remember it was the video that he did with his boy G. So I don't have to do a whole lot of looking. I'm going to show you guys, okay?
I want to see it.
I
believe you when I see it.
All right.
We got past that, but since you want to bring it back up, nigga, show me, nigga.
No, I'm going to show you guys. I'll show you. I promise you that. You know?
Yeah. Somebody say Tim Snow was on Blood on the Razor Wire. Listen, Blood on the Razor Wire, Chad Marks was on my channel. I've never once did a video on his channel, man. These dudes are weird.
Hey,
man.
Tim, can I say something, bro? I noticed that he rocks that Clover charm.
Yeah, I don't think that's got nothing to do with them, though. I think he's just Irish.
Okay.
Yeah,
Enough said. Say less. Yeah. I saw that too. I was like, this nigga ain't Irish, is he?
Yeah, he is. He looks like an Irish.
I'm asking. I don't remember that part, or if he was, or if he wasn't.
I'll move to that one.
Oh, I did do one on
Zod Ben stopped putting out videos.
I did one on DOC TV in Florida too, but I kind of stopped fucking with that dude a little bit. He's all right. I just say his shit just kind of all repetitive. I don't know, but he's all right, dude.
Florida Prison Talks is pretty cool. He got a good little channel.
Yeah. All of them are all right, man. That shit, everybody's doing that thing in different ways, man. Everybody's growing.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Everybody's growing, man. My thing is I feel like more people should be networking. I share people's videos out to my community tab on GP nonstop to help them, dog. If they're smaller, they're growing, they're trying. But then I might share out a couple of theirs on GP and ask them to share out one of mine, and they won't do it. And if they don't do it, I'm done fucking with them. I'll never support them, never promote them again. I won't hate them, but I won't do that. Bobby B, you dropped the fucking link. Shut the fuck up. You drop a link right now where you see Tim Snow on Blood on the Razor Wire. Go eat a fucking dick, dog. Steady line in the comments.
Hey, Bobby's a guy from my channel who talks a lot of shit.
Bro, he's a fucking idiot, dog. Hey, man, shut the fuck up, you dumb fuck.
Tim, you should see all the motherfuckers I got to deal with. Holy shit, man. You guys would not. Man, I got so
sitting
many.
there saying I was on a channel I've never been on. Salute to Chad Marks and Blood on the Razor Wire. I love the guy. He's one of the best dudes I know, man. Great channel. But he came on my channel.
He wrote some shit that's on the books right now. That nigga got over 100 and something people out of jail, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
As a legal beagle.
He still does it, man.
And he's still doing it, bro.
That nigga's a hero.
And you know what else he's got, Young? He's got the best editing and the coolest looking videos, too.
Dirk, that nigga said, bro, he had 40 years. He got one other dude out before him and said, hold up. If I can get this dude out, I can get me out. Nigga wrote up some shit and got himself out, bro. In the process, wrote like 100 and something other niggas writs and got them out, bro. From the feds.
Listen, they changed the crack laws and a lot of guys got to go home. When they changed the crack laws and Obama stopped that bullshit that, remember, it used to be if you got caught with 1 gram of crack, it was the same as getting caught with 100 grams of coke or some shit like that, and you would get the same.
It's 100 to 1 rule. You right?
Yeah, okay, listen. I got somebody. Listen, one of my family members is doing 400 months in federal prison, and the crack law did not get him out. He got
some of them did, some of them did. I've seen some guys.
Okay, see, the way that the dude Chad explained it was the way the feds do it. They stack them. So they don't do it like concurrent. They do it consecutive. So they'll stack on all these charges on you or all these numbers, and it'll just make your shit go like the guidelines be so much bigger because it's all on guidelines in the feds.
Man, listen, this is what's crazy because the feds, they got a sentencing chart. It's 1 through 43 on the left and 1 through 6 on the top. And you're going to fall somewhere 1 through 6. And what they do, they hold your criminal background against you for 10 years if it's non-violent and 15 years if it's violent, okay? Literally, anything you did in that, say, if me and some other person has never ever. They never got in trouble, but we got the same case. We absolutely getting different sentences, no matter what, dog. He's gonna get a way lighter sentence, and I'm gonna get a way heavier sentence because my background. They judge you on your background
Very
plus your
hard.
crime.
Very
Yeah, and
hard.
this
They
the
go on
deal.
your background, Tim. You're
This
right
is the
about
deal. Why being and when you get to prison, they want to see your PSI. Your literally pre-sentence investigation in the feds is the paperwork. It's so hard to get in there that man, a lot of times they don't even care. So what we were doing, if we got a new homie, the thing you can have is a docket sheet. When you get arrested by the feds, you should already be in prison about 9 months later, no matter who you are, dog, unless there's special circumstances. If your case took more than 9 months, we got to investigate you, man, and figure out why. Because they slam dunk your ass. By the time you're fucking indicted and shit, it's about a 9-month run. Everybody. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing that was bad. And then here's what people don't understand. Any person that's been in the federal system that filed an appeal, the feds have a computer in the law library that hooks to that justia.com, gov or whatever. They can go look at your full appeal and see what you did, what your crime was, co-defendants, everything. Like, there's not a lot of hiding in the feds, but I guess it'd be like y'all's lower level. They will allow, the lower levels will allow rats. They allow chomos and shit like that. It's the higher levels that don't. You know what I mean? But they can tell.
Hey, did I ever tell you the story about the dude that escaped from maximum security in California? Like maximum security level 4 ad seg.
I've never heard this.
He escaped out the hole.
Who was this? Who is this immaculate man?
A very smart man.
No, we had to escape from death row one time though, so they had to move our entire death row. Like
this is kind of a parable in a sense. That motherfucker wrote the judge in Arizona and sent him death threats. Told him he was gonna blow. He fighting the stabbing and he got life already, but he know that he don't want to be in California. And as said, that motherfucker wrote a judge, found a judge address,
so sent
them about 3-4 terrorist threats letters. He said the next thing you know, they showed up at his door and as said, cuffed him up, took him to exit to Arizona, charged him with a federal crime, and he said that was the best decision he ever made. Because a life sentence there is different from a life sentence in California, and the feds supersede everything.
You know, the feds do not care if you're in a gang. If they don't lock gang members up, TS, fucking Miami, fucking Norteños, they don't do that. Come from you and slam you down shit. They walk. You know what I mean?
Hey, what did you call them?
I don't know what the fuck they all are, honestly. Whatever the fuck they are.
I think it's
I know one thing, we don't got none of them here. Never seen one in the feds either. Because we had the Southsiders here.
But you know how to say. But you know how to say it. They got the music.
Listen,
shit, the two highest.
Yeah, you never even heard a Norteño song. I don't know, bro. But listen, the Sudaños, the real car in Texas, they didn't even have a TV.
Damn.
All the Northerners are in the feds now, pretty much.
Yeah, but they'll separate them. They don't go to the prisons that the Southsiders at.
Wait a minute. They don't have TVs in the feds, do they?
Man, we had 7 TVs in the feds. What you mean?
I'm talking about in the cell.
No, I'm talking about day room. They didn't have a day room TV. Not at all. Not a place to watch.
Damn.
They can
Bro,
go watch.
did you see the video that Chad Marks put out about the dude in Pollock who killed the black dude?
I didn't see that one.
Dirt. You didn't see that shit?
Bro,
the black dude randomly walked up and stabbed this white boy, bro. Bam, bam, bam. End up murking him, right? Tries to start stabbing other dudes. One of these motherfuckers gets stabbed, one to get a grip on his boy, and comes out and has a cold knife fight with the nigga in the middle of the day room and ends up gouging him. It's a cold video, bro.
At those USP.
USP Pollock.
That's some gangster
USP
shit.
Pollock is notorious. USP Beaumont and Pollock.
Bro, the nigga banged on his door, bro. Boom, boom, boom. You seen the nigga open up and give him like a towel or a shirt wrapped up with the biscuit. He end up do like this and tell the nigga, come on. They end up getting into a cold squabble. Knife fight.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That was a cold video, bro.
Everybody where we was had we had metal knives in the wing, but everybody walked around with plastic knives because they had too many damn metal detectors.
Okay, what about that Troy Kale murder? I know y'all familiar with the Troy Kale murder.
That was up. We had one almost exactly like it in Texas, a guy from Galveston, bro. Listen, look how they did them, young. There was only 2 white guys on the whole wing damn, where were they at? I think, oh man, oh my God, New Boston up there. I can't remember. Telford unit. It's a super seg. It's exactly like y'all's 180 prisons. We got the same people built them down here, right? 2 men was on the wing. When the white guy from Galveston showed up, of course he sailed up with the white guy, and he made them Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. He's like, man, you got to get down, man. I need help. Blah blah blah. Join. They went out, and a black dude went in there and took his shit. That night, he went on the rec yard and they squabbled heads up with the black dude, right? And he said, hey, man, after the white guy won, they say, all right, he told the black dude, bro, I'm going to keep kicking your goddamn ass. I want my pictures of my mama back. That's all he wanted. You can keep that punk ass food and all that shit. You just took an ass, but I want the pictures of my mama back. I didn't even tell all this in this video. The guy, when they locked him back in the cell, took the pictures and threw him out his cell window where they'd never be seen again. You can't get them. Yeah. He was mad because he beat his ass, dog, embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? He got whooped by the white boy. So he threw the pictures out. The next time they rolled the doors, the white boy came out and killed the man right there. And his cellie held up everybody else with a knife, and he killed him, and they executed him, dog. He's dead already. He's already dead. You know what I'm saying? Our death row don't play down here. You're going to get your ass killed. But that man literally got his shit took, whooped the dude that took it, and he still threw his pictures out and got killed. He should have just gave the man his pictures back, dog. It was crazy.
Damn.
That was
but that Troy Kell murder, he killed him for no reason.
Why did he kill him? What did he say? Did he even give a reason why?
No, he disrespected him. Like he disrespected one of his homeboys or some bullshit, some minor shit. And then he put his name on a doctor's list.
What state was that? Oh shit, he brought his ass out to medical.
It was Utah.
So he fucking made him. He put his name on a medical request. Oh shit!
Yeah, got him to come out in his home. Remember, his homeboy was in there on a traffic ticket, bro. Finna go home.
Hey, Black Deuce was talking about it the other day. The one time when he got jumped by about six or eight white dudes, they literally pulled him out for medical. He said the homies told him, bro, don't even go. It's like 6 white dudes just came out. He said, man, I'm gonna go anyway, and then they end up whooping his ass.
So what happened, like on them level 4s and shit, is when you go to the medical, it might be tension, you might be on lockdown or whatever. But in medical, that's considered like a general area and somewhat, especially if you're about to come off a lockdown or whatever. So once they put you in the cage, they take the cuffs off, and you just be in the cage with everybody until they call your name.
Here too. Yeah, here too. So anything can happen.
Hey, I want to hear that story. I want to hear Wack tell that story.
He said they didn't even hardly do shit to him, dog. You know what it is? When 8 people jump you, it's never as bad as when 2 or 3 get you, because they start getting in the way and shit. You know what I mean? He literally said they put a couple bumps and bruises on him, and that was it, man. Like, didn't even do shit to him. Wack's a big old boy, but he literally knew that he was gonna probably get it and still went out. I respect it. Hey, I gotta go, y'all. I'm finna take my daughter to the dentist, man. I'll catch y'all later. All right, y'all be cool. I'll see y'all later, man. Big bad salute, brother. You ain't said too much. I'll see y'all later. All right.
All right, man. We at that 2-hour mark anyway, man. It's time to go and start this day. It's been a good.
Shout out, y'all. Wish my son a happy birthday. Today,
Happy
29 years old. He's in High Desert Prison right now.
Oh shit!
Happy birthday, Big Bad.
My oldest son and shit. His name's Francisco.
You said what? Francisco. Happy birthday, Francisco.
Francisco. Yeah.
Has he ever seen?
Thank you.
He can't answer that.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't answer that, but I know where you're going, and I'll find out.
All right, you guys. I'll be back.
All right, so
All right, can I go?
yeah, I'll go. Go on.
Hey, but no,
show y'all
no, you can't. Crazy Nick, salute, homie.